So the trailer has dropped for the next and fifth instalment of the Indiana Jones franchise. From what one can glean from the trailer, the film, called Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, will see the unorthodox archaeologist battling the usual roster of baddies, but it also hints at some interesting historical events and artefacts. Firstly, some basic plot details have been revealed and mention that a jaded Dr. Jones, played once again by Harrison Ford, is unhappy at the US government taking in former World War II enemy scientists in a bid to beat the Soviets in the space race. This alludes to the real-life Operation Paperclip, whereby high-ranking Germans were employed by the US and NASA in particular. These were those who worked in munitions and rocket technology, such as the V-1 and V-2 programs that inflicted carnage on London during the war. They included Wernher von Braun, who was director of NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center and the chief architect of the Saturn V launch vehicle. In total, 104 former Axis rocket scientists were part of von Braun's team at Fort Bliss, Texas, during the Cold War, a fact that drew criticism from Albert Einstein and others at the time. The trailer also potentially shows Deglocker, an alleged and highly unlikely World War II miracle weapon said to have been developed by German scientists. The bell-shaped machine, for which there is no tangible evidence, was said by believers to be connected to anti-gravity and time travel. It is not yet known what the titular Dial of Destiny is, but there are a couple of items I can guess at being the sacred artefact MacGuffin. The first of these is perhaps more obscure. It is the Qumran Sundial. The item is an ancient sundial discovered in Qumran, the place where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found. The sundial, dating from the 1st century BC, shows how prehistoric man measured the calendar. The Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered in these caves in Qumran, Israel, and caused a sensation as they presented different biblical stories that did not make the final version of the Holy Book. The scrolls also enabled experts to learn more about the people who lived when they were written. The sundial was found at the same time as the ancient scrolls, and initially archaeologists thought it was just a stone disc. It was locked away in a vault until being rediscovered when it was found to be a sundial. Dr. Adolfo Reutemann, director of the Shrine of the Book where the scrolls are kept, explained how the sundial works. He said, "This is a reconstruction of the sundial with the gnomon, and you see this is the way it functioned, and this one is very uncommon. In Israel, there were discovered nearly 18 sundials, but this is very unique." Dr. Reutemann said discovering that the disc was a sundial was very important. He added, "It is a very significant one because we discovered in Qumran many calendrical manuscripts, so we knew about the theory, but we didn't know the instruments they used in order to calculate the time. So for the first time you have just the hardware, not just the software." The other artifact that could be the Dial of Destiny, and for me the more likely, is the Antikythera mechanism. The ancient Greek object has been described as the first analog computer. The incredible device is actually a hand-powered orrery which contained a gear and was used to predict instances of eclipses and various astronomical positions decades in advance. The artifact was among the wreckage retrieved from a shipwreck off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera in 1901. It was so advanced and complex for its time and is thought to have contained 37 meshing bronze gears, enabling it to follow the movements of the moon and sun through the zodiac and accurately model the irregular orbit of the moon and foretell eclipses. The artifact's dating is a matter of conjecture, with estimates ranging from 150 BC to around 87 BC. Both of these items, the Antikythera mechanism and the Qumran dial, look similar in a pinch to the item portrayed in the trailer, and both are concerned with astronomical matters, so could be the film's Dial of Destiny. But that's just my guess, and all will become clear when the film is screened on June the 30th next year. What do you think the Dial of Destiny could be? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and most importantly subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.